I glance at the broken bracelet full of memories before I finally straighten my back and nod. Whatever happens, happens. I'm ready. It's a good thing that I grabbed some coffee myself, because the last time that I played this and they kept on talking about coffee and tea and stuff, I was like, As he pours the hot water from the pot into the coffee dripper, I can see a whiff of this thin steam fly and dance into the air for a fleeting moment before it disappears. The earthly smell of the freshly brewed coffee tickles my nose, filling my lungs with warmth and comfort. And as the sound of the first drop of coffee falls into the clean white cup, I can feel my consciousness drifting away. Even if I get a second chance, will I be able to talk with him properly this time? Will I be able to face him? Will it save my heart, just like Taku said? What if I just repeat the same mistake? Because even if I can face him, talk with him, it won't change the fact that he's no longer with me. He won't return, no matter how many times I pray. It's so bright. I can no longer hear jazz music or the aroma of brewed coffee. Instead, it's the familiar aroma of paper and ink wafts through the air, tickling my nose, and I can hear faint voices of people, as if they're whispering on purpose, as though they're the sounds of a keyboard being continuously typed upon. Where am I? Nervous, I try to control my breath. The bright light slowly dims and I can see something in front of me, but it's still a little blurry. I blink several times until I can see the scene in front of me clearly. My jaw drops in awe. How is this possible? The university library, I was at Edda before. So how did I get here? Did the coffee dripper really work? But why this place? I jump in surprise at the sound of my smartphone's ringtone. I hurriedly reach inside my bag to look at the screen and answer the call. Rin? Hello? Mina! Ouch, my ear, she's loud. Typical Rin. She always greets the people close to her so loudly. But listening to Rin's cheerful voice always puts my heart at ease. She's a considerate girl, always helping me even before I ask her for help. I'm glad we're friends. And with the solution that I'm in now, her voice is the one I want to hear to ease my frightened heart. What is it, Ren? How is the bracelet making going? Have you finished it yet? Should I head to your apartment? Bracelet making? Why do you sound confused? You're the one who said yesterday that you were going to stay at your apartment all day today to finish the bracelet. What are you talking about? What bracelet? The one for Alex? We went to the craft store a couple of days ago to buy materials for it, remember? Mina, are you okay? Did you have a fight with Alex? Bracelet for Alex? Does she mean this bracelet? It's been 2 years since I made it, and she knows it. Why does she mention it? Like I was just about to make it. Yep, the coffee worked. Wait, that's right. Taku told me about this. Could it be... Rin, what day is it? It's Friday, Mina? What's the date? It's 12 February 23? Seriously, Mina, what's going on? Rin sounds really worried and confused, but after hearing her answer, the words won't come out. 12th of February 2023. I returned to 2 years ago? I checked the date on my phone, trying to make sure that I'm not hallucinating. She's right. My phone shows 12 February of 2023. Unwittingly, my feet began to walk aimlessly while my eyes are still glued to the phone screen. My mind is still trying to process everything that's happened. So it means that I really came back to the past and now I can do what I wish. But what should I do now? Taku, where? Too preoccupied with my thoughts, I accidentally bumped into someone. Ouch, it hurts. I'm sorry, are you okay? This voice. With joy and excitement blazing inside of my heart, with just a hint of uncertainty, I look up at the person standing before me, my mouth gaping open. Oh yeah, this, oh gosh. This is gonna be an emotional moment. Alex. Without thinking, his name escapes my lips. He looks at me with a confused expression. Mina, why are you here? It's really him, the Alex I remember. His voice, his slightly tousled hair, his kind green eyes. Mina, what happened? Mina, answer me. I just realized that I've been looking at him unconsciously all this time. I can hear Rin's panicked voice from the phone and still connected. I didn't even realize I hadn't hung up on her. Rin, I have something to do. I have to go now. I'm alright, don't worry. I'll call you back later, okay? I hang up and hurriedly put my phone in my bag. Alex looks confused. Aren't you supposed to be at your apartment? I remember now, today, I told Alex that I would stay in my apartment all day. I also told Rin the same thing. I was going to make a surprise gift for Alex for Valentine's Day. Today was the day I made the bracelet, and we kept this a secret from him. I have something to do outside, He stares at me. His piercing gaze makes me anxious. Does he realize that I'm lying already? I see. He reaches out his hand to me. Sorry to bump into you. Can you stand? Yes. Only now do I realize that I'm still on the floor. I take his warm hand as he helps me to my feet. I should have helped you up first. My bad. I just didn't expect to see you here today. Are you okay, Mina? I nod my head. It's been a while since I felt his touch. He pats my coat gently to dust off the dirt that might be stuck there. I smile a little. It's something he usually does. He's always very caring. Are you really okay? I realize that I've been staring at him for a while without saying anything. He might start to think that something's up. Alright then, I won't push you any further, but please tell me if there's something wrong. I will. Just like that, the conversation's over and we just stand there, staring at each other. This is awkward. All I remember is that after I told him I wouldn't come to university today, he came to my place to check up on me the night. And now I've met him here looking suspicious and without any good explanation as to why I'm not where I'm supposed to be. If I actually got back in time, then at this moment the coffee is still dripping, right? Should I just wait until my time runs out? No, that would be stupid. I finally have the chance to set things right. I just can't do nothing. But why can't my mouth say anything? Wait, then what about the me from 2 years ago? Is there a possibility there are two of me in this timeline? But Taku didn't mention anything about that. Should I be worried? When I think about it, Taku didn't exactly tell me what to do. He only told me that my being here could save my heart, but how exactly? And where is he now? Isn't he supposed to guide me or something like that? What should I do? Standing and staring at each other like this, we look like an awkward couple. I can see his face looks a bit troubled and confused. So, there is a possibility that there might be another Mina? Or is this like entirely switching the two Minas? That's the thing that's kind of throwing me into a loop here. Because wouldn't she have been, like, sent to the apartment instead of to the library? Or did it just, like, here you go, you're gonna go to the library instead? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Now, if it's kind of a time traveling thing, maybe the other Mina is still at the apartment type of situation. Oh. Now I'm kind of, okay. Mina. Alex breaks the stifling silence first, but still, I can tell he's so confused. Yes, yes. Like I said before, I didn't expect to see you today. So since you're here, can you keep me company? Huh? While walking, I keep staring at his back. This view feels really nostalgic. Alex suddenly comes to a halt, turning around. I can see a worried expression on his face. Mina. Yes? Why are you walking behind me? And you're spacing out a lot. Are you really okay? I'm worried. He approaches me and puts his palm on my forehead. Are you cold? But it doesn't seem like you have a fever. Am I forcing you to come with me? Should we return to your apartment instead? I blink several times. He asks me a barrage of questions, and I don't know which one to answer first. Oh no, I'm perfectly fine, really. And, actually, I wanted to meet and talk with you. Really? But it's been a while since we've been out and had a date like this, right? Well, our last chat was last night, but yeah. It has been a while since we've been out together like this. It's hard to find time these days with all these papers and exams. So, do you have any plans or a place you want to visit? He's the one who invited me. Why is he asking me that? Not really. I thought you were the one who needed to go somewhere. He looks like he's about to say something, but stops and stays silent. He seems to be thinking. Yeah, you were the one who invited me out, boyo, like, the usual figure, you know? And just like the old Alex, he's always like this when he has something on his mind. But somehow, this time it feels different, like there's something weighing on him that he's hesitant to share with me. Alex? Now I'm the one who's spacing out, sorry. How about we go there? I see him pointing at a flower shop, the one where we usually go to buy flowers for friends or family. And of course, it also where he buys flowers for me. Oh, what a sweetie pie. Sure. We arrive at the flower shop. The fragrant smells and vibrant colors of the flowers are mesmerizing. The florist has his own trick to keep the flowers fresh and beautiful, even in the midst of winter. He really cares about his flowers, and it shows. I feel my lips curve into a smile. I can count on this place to lift my mood in an instant. I used to be a regular here, but ever since Alex passed away, this is the first time in 2 years that I've visited this shop. There are too many memories in this place, and now I've come here with him. It feels a bit strange. This flower. I walk around to look at the flower on display, touch it softly and smell it. It's pretty. Isn't it your favorite flower? Yes, it's hard to find daisies in the winter, but this shop has them. This one's in good condition too. I'm glad I could see this flower today. You know, I thought something might be bothering you. I hoped bringing you somewhere you might like lift up your spirits. And you always seem to be happy when we visit this place. Why do you think something is bothering me? Your face, it's clear you're troubled by something. Do you realize you always make that kind of face when you're troubled? I'm sort of like that too. I'm not gonna lie. And sometimes too with the way that I talk. Only very few specific people could call me out on this. And I'm feeling called out on this for Mina. Oh god. What face? You furrow your eyebrows and the words, "I'm troubled," appears written all over your forehead. I'm sorry, but that sounds like something that freaking Lamb or Intro would freaking say. I hate it here. I chuckle, he always knows how to brighten up my mood. I pinch his hand. Stop it! So, do you want to talk about it? Yes, this is my chance. I take a deep breath and control my breath. Here goes nothing. Actually, I wanted to ask your opinion. What would you do if you made a mistake in the past and you couldn't apologize for it? Or someone was angry at you, but you couldn't meet them again to apologize? What would you do? Did you have a fight with Rin? No, this is about an acquaintance of mine. I just want to know. So, I wouldn't have any chance to apologize or meet them again? Yes. Well then, I'll forgive myself first, because what's the point of feeling guilty, especially over yourself, when you can't do anything about it? When you make a mistake, you should apologize, but when there's no one left to be asked for forgiveness, punishing yourself with guilt and regret won't get you anywhere. Some people may think that's the only way for them to atone, but I think if you truly want to make up for past mistakes, you should strive to be a better person instead. Oh. These are very wise words. I do agree. I do agree with them. I'm a little bit of a hypocrite because I could be very hard on myself for things of the past, right? But these are very wise words, and gosh, I'm trying my best not to cry, man. Of course, it's easier said than done. The path to recovery is a long battle. To get there, you need to be brave enough to take the first step. And you do that by forgiving yourself. I see. Does my answer sound strange to you? No, it's just this acquaintance of mine had an argument with her partner because he moved away so suddenly. A lover's quarrel. And then she never met him again because soon after he moved, he passed away. And when they fought, she yelled that she wished he was gone from this world forever. Sounds stupid, huh? Alex shakes his head. Not at all. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your acquaintance. Then again, everyone can make the effort, but in the end, if something isn't meant to happen, it won't. I'm sure she's filled with sadness and regret. I just hope she'll forgive herself soon, so she can cherish the memories she had with her partner and move on. What happened to him isn't her fault, even though she thinks it is. How about her partner? What would you think if you were in her partner's shoes? Well, I'm sure he did his best to tell her. I'm sure he made those decisions because he truly loved her. How come you're so confident? He shrugs his shoulders. I don't know, but in the end, I'm sure he told his girlfriend how much he loved her and about his decision to move away. It couldn't have been easy to tell her about it or to be separated from her. That must not have been an easy decision either. You have to dig up every ounce of courage you have. I envy him. What do you mean? It's nothing. So let me guess, did one of them ask to break up or something? Sort of. I see. They must have had it rough. It can't have been easy for either side. That's why if it were me, and if it's things were to end with a separation anyways, I would forgive myself first. Alex reaches out his hands to pick a white tulip from one of the buckets and gives the flower to me. A white tulip. I don't know how much I don't know much about the language of flowers. You're the one who knows the best. But if I remember correctly, white tulips are a symbol of forgiveness and hope. Yeah. Give this flower to her, and I hope she understands the meaning behind it. I take the flower from his hand and smiles. Thank you, Alex. You're the best. You're welcome. Let me get that for you. Takes the white tulip to the store owner, and after a while, he comes back with the flower, now wrapped in a pretty pink ribbon. He smiles as he gives the flower to me. So, are you feeling better now? I realize that I no longer feel anxious about being here and talking with him. Moreover, talking with him has lightened the load on my heart, but still, I'm fine now. Alex, but what about you? You have something you wanted to tell me, right? Just like how you can tell just from my face that I'm troubled, I too can see that something's bothering you. You hide it better than me, but I can see it. Do you want to talk about it? I can see the reluctantness at first, but after a moment, he lets out a heavy sigh. Something tells me the advice, it's setting a tone for him, in an essence. Alright then. Our conversation earlier made me realize that I have to tell you something. Let's go to that place. That place? I gulped and clenched the bracelet inside my pocket. Now or never. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. We're gonna save this. Especially so far with everything that has happened. I know I saved it, but a second save for good time measure. Oh my gosh. All that, honestly, the emotions, truthfully. Like, all the advice that Alex was giving, I think it really is... It's not like your stereotypical, like, time paradox, going back in time type of thing, so far as I've seen, because of course we still gotta finish that portion of the chapter, right? But I like on how it's not the stereotypical one of like, I need to save this person, or I need this, or whatever. It's giving you the philosophical question: if you had the opportunity in time to be able to sit down with that loved one that passed away, to have that conversation or ask them for some sort of advice, right? It honestly, it's beautifully done and so organically done, if that makes sense, because it's not like, changing your fate. More so, it's more so like you just want that ease, that second chance to be able to have that conversation with that loved one. And a lot of the time, like, of course, when that sort of situation happens, you're not gonna have that opportunity, especially with how traumatic that situation for Mina was. Finding out that news, saying what she said, and then soon after Alex passes away, it makes sense to why she blames herself. It's not the case that she directly affected it, is that she feels like she indirectly affected it. She caused that situation to happen, which it makes sense because there's that sort of level of guilt, because after he left, she didn't talk to him. She lost contact with him, and then the first thing that she ends up hearing is the fact that he passed away, and she lost that opportunity to be able to rekindle that relationship, or at least not even rekindle the relationship, but to be able to say how she truly felt about him, or even keep him as a friend type of situation, because at the end of the day, Alex was somebody who was very, very important to her, and she loved him so, so dearly. And you could tell based off of the fact that she was trying to essentially cope with the fact that he was leaving. Because of course anyone with any form of abandonment issues, like out of retaliation of just trying to like avoid the feeling of pain and hurt, they're going to say the most atrocious thing to be able to protect their heart, you know? It's, of course, it's not an excusable action, because of course you're hurting the person in the process, that they are most likely as well suffering, having to make decisions like that for themselves. But knowing for a fact that it would affect you so heavily, and then vice versa, is like, I love the natural buildup. Like, honestly, the dialogue and everything so far in the game is very nicely done thus far, and I really enjoy it. I can't wait to play more. But I gotta admit, this chapter thus far, it really knocked the wind out of my sails a little bit. Mostly because I've had that experience of like loved ones, and of course like a lot of us, right? It is the human experience, it is the creature's experience, the mortal's experience, immortal's experience, to go through a passing like that, and wanting to say the things that you always wanted to say, or wanting to reach out, or wanting to talk to them, or whatever the case may be, and not having that opportunity because they passed. It's very heartbreaking, but it's so relatable in a way. And so far what I'm liking about this visual novel is that they don't make it like Mina's like main personality point. Because a lot of the time when you get into storylines like these, the character is very somber, very this is my personality, nobody will understand me because I lost somebody, you know. Like Mina is still very much her, like regardless of the situation, and you don't find out more about it until like as the game goes on, and you find out bits and pieces, but it's not like the primary focus of it, if it makes sense. It's like her experience, her I guess you could say trauma, I guess, is not the main focus. Like the main focus is her, if that makes sense. Like what happened, but the main focus is her, for her to be able to start that healing process, which I enjoy because you don't really see that a lot in a lot of games, you know, to be able to go through that the first steps of self-healing and that realization. And I think Edda Cafe thus far really does that in such a like natural and organic way, where it's not like how may I say it, it's not forced. Like she's not being forced into the position per se. Like she had the opportunity, she decided on that opportunity even though she didn't 100% believe in it. But based off of the very few experiences that she had with the cafe, she decided to, you know what, I'm gonna put all my ducks in a row and go for it, and I'm gonna place bets here and see how it goes. And I'm loving it so far. So I can't wait to play more. This is very beautifully done. Again, I just hecking adore everything about the art and everything so far. So, and I really like that it kind of reminds me of my library a little bit too. So it kind of brings that little lore comfort that I have with my lore. So yeah, but I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you guys have any of your own theories or commentary in regards to this game, feel free to leave comments below. I would love to hear that. I would love to hear from you guys, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye.